Hello everyone, myself Dr. Prashant Kohli, and we are discussing the FY Basic Chemistry CBCS syllabus of course CH202 Analytical Chemistry. In the last lecture, we got interacted with the chapter that is a calculation used in analytical chemistry. So we'll continue today with the same topic, that is a calculation used in analytical chemistry. So probably in the previous video we discussed some basic concept related to the analytical chemistry. Continue with the same topic we are going to discuss today about the moles and millimoles. So friends, we already know about the mole. What is actually mole? That is used to express some chemical quantities. So probably the mole is a collection that contains the same number of particles as there are carbon atoms in 12.01 gram of carbon. Simply that 1 mole of substance corresponds to the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms of element, and that is we call it as a Avogadro's number. For instance, for any element, if we are calculating the 1 mole of substance, then that will be always equivalent to the Avogadro's number. So here you can see the 1 mole of carbon equivalent to the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 carbon atoms. Similarly, for sodium element, the number will be same, that is Avogadro's number. And for gold, 1 mole of gold will always equivalent to the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 gold atoms. So what is the conclusion here? 1 mole of any substance will always equivalent to the Avogadro's number. So for example, there are different types of chemical bonding substances like a covalent compound or ionic compound. So what will be the differentiation of mole in that cases? So 1 mole of covalent compound always again equivalent to the Avogadro's number of molecules. For example, 1 mole of CO2, which consisting the covalent bonding, will also equivalent to the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 CO2 molecules. Similarly, in case of water molecule, that is a H2O molecule, 1 mole of H2O will equivalent to the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 water molecules. So that is very basic. 1 mole of substance will be equivalent to the Avogadro's number. Now, in case of some ionic compound, you can also express the Avogadro's number. 1 mole of NaCl will always contain the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 NaCl formula units. So as it is ionic compound, so it will be get dissociated into the cations and anions, and that number will be equivalent to the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 NaCl atoms. That is what the Avogadro's number. Similarly, in case of 1 mole of potassium sulfate, the number will be equivalent, and that will be the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 potassium sulfate formula units. So there are some samples of 1 mole quantities. You can see the table here. So there are different types of metals like 1 mole of aluminum, 1 mole of Fe, 1 mole of water, 1 mole of vitamin C, 1 mole of NaCl. They're having the same number, that is Avogadro's number, and that number is equivalent to the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 units. 23 units, that is atoms, ions, or molecules. So the number is same, number is not going to change. So 1 mole is always equivalent to the Avogadro's number of particles. So Avogadro's number. So we already learned that what is Avogadro's number, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 atoms, ions, or molecules, and that can be represented into the equality and conversion factors. So 1 mole equivalents to the 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 particles, and the conversion factors are what the 6.022, that is Avogadro's number divided by 1 mole, or 1 mole divided by the Avogadro's number. So these are the two conversion factors for the Avogadro's number. So based on the Avogadro's number, we can calculate the number of moles or millimoles for the particular substances. For example, we see the basic example, how many copper atoms are there in 0.50 mole of copper. So we can calculate the number of copper atoms in 0.50 mole, 0.5 mole of copper. For example, 0.50 mole of copper can be multiplied by Avogadro's number divided by 1 mole of copper. So here you can see that the mole will be get cancelled, and 0.50 into 6.022 will be corresponds to the 3.0 into 10 raised to 23 copper atoms. So you can calculate the number of copper atoms or any elemental atoms in particular mole of that particular substance. So this is very simple calculation. From here you can calculate the total number of elemental atoms given in the particular mole quantity. So Avogadro's number is used to convert the number of particles of a substance to the moles. So that is also the basic calculation. Here you can use the Avogadro's number, and that Avogadro's number can be used to convert the number of particles of a substance to the moles. So we can see here example, for example, how many moles of CO2 are there in 2.50 into 10 raised to 24 moles of CO2. So how many moles of CO2 will be there in 2.50 into 10 raised to 24 molecules of CO2? So the molecules are given and you have to calculate the number of moles. So here you can see that the 2.50 into 10 raised to 24 molecules of CO2 are given. So that will be multiplied by 1 mole of CO2 upon the Avogadro's number. So here again the 1 mole of CO2 and molecules of CO2 will be get cancelled. So here the 10 raised to 23 and 10 raised to 24. So there is again the subtraction factor here. So 2.5 will be multiplied by 10 equivalent to the 25 divided by 6.022. So the number will be 4.15 moles of CO2. So 2.50 into 10 raised to 24 molecules of CO2 will be equivalent to the 4.15 mole of CO2. So we can calculate the number of things from using the Avogadro's number. So here you can see we have used the Avogadro's number to convert the number of particles of a substance to the moles. So number of particles of any substance can be converted to the moles. So we should have that number to convert the substance to the moles. So you can solve here some more examples depending on that mole concept or Avogadro's number. For example, first example, we'll see the number of atoms in 2.0 mole of aluminum. Second example, we'll discuss the number of moles of sulfur in 1.8 into 10 raised to 24 atoms of sulfur. So there is a multiple choice question. We will solve this question depending on the mole concept. So the number of atoms in 2.0 mole of aluminum. So how many number of atoms will be there in 2.0 mole of aluminum? So 2.0 mole of aluminum will be multiplied by the Avogadro's number divided by 1 mole. So here 1 mole of aluminum and 1 mole of aluminum will be cancelled. So 2.0 into 6.02. So that will be that quantity will be 12.02, and we will shift one digit to the 10 raised to 23. That is a 1.2 into 10 raised to 24 aluminum atoms. So the number of atoms in particular mole of any substance can be calculated using this equation. So simply we have to multiply the mole into Avogadro's number divided by mole of that substance. So we'll get here the number of atoms of that particular element. The second is how many number of moles of sulfur in 1.8 into 10 raised to 24 atoms of sulfur. How many number of moles of sulfur will be there in this quantity of atoms? So here the quantity of atoms is given 1.8 into 10 raised to 24. So here you can also calculate the number of moles from given quantity of atoms. So initially we will take the 1.8 into 10 raised to 24 atoms of sulfur, that will be multiplied by 1 mole of sulfur divided by 6.02 into 10 raised to 23 sulfur atom, that is Avogadro's number. The atom of sulfur will be cancelled here. So based on this calculation, the answer is 3.0 moles of sulfur atoms. So here you can calculate the number of moles that can be expressed from the number of atoms. Another concept is the similar to the mole, we can also express some quantities of chemical substances into the millimoles. So how to convert the moles into millimoles or millimole calculation will be there. Many times what has happened, many times the amount of chemical substance in mole is very smaller quantity, and hence it is very convenient to express the similar quantity into the millimole. So it is very simple to calculate the moles into the millimoles. To make the millimole calculation, to make the calculation using millimole instead of moles, so what is the particular concept? So generally milli is a common prefix used in SI units, that is equivalent to the 1 upon 1000 or 10 raised to minus 3 of the particular mole substance. So that is the conversion factor from mole to the millimole. So you can simply calculate the amount of substance in moles and millimoles. So here we'll discuss the first example. Calculate the number of moles and millimoles of benzoic acid that are contained in 5.0 gram of benzoic acid. So you have to calculate the number of moles and millimoles for benzoic acid. So one should know that what is molar mass of benzoic acid, or to calculate the moles and millimoles, it is very essential to have the molar mass of that particular substance. So here, what is the given quantity? That is the 5.0 gram of benzoic acid will contain how many moles and millimoles. So here the provided data is the molar mass of benzoic acid, that is 1.22.1 gram of per mole. So solution initially will go for the number of moles of benzoic acid, and we have the formula, that is a number of moles of particular substance will be equivalent to the given mass divided by the molar mass of that particular substance. For example, if we have to calculate the number of moles for any substance, then what is first essential thing, that there should be the particular mass should be given for that substance, and that mass of the substance will be divided by the molar mass of that particular substance. For example, here the mass of benzoic acid is given, that is 5.0 gram, and we will divide the 5.0 by the molar mass of benzoic acid, that is 1.22.1, and the answer will be 0.0409 moles. So 5 upon 122.1 will be equivalent to this number of moles. So initially we have calculated the moles. So the number of moles of benzoic acid is equal to 0.0409 mole. In the second thing, we will calculate the number of millimoles of benzoic acid. So number of millimoles of benzoic acid, what is the formula? Number of moles of benzoic acid divided by 10 raised to minus 3. Number of moles of benzoic acid we have already calculated, that is 0.0409 into, so this particular factor will be go to the upper side and will be multiplied to the 0.0409. So the answer will be 40.9 millimole. So 40.9 millimole quantity will be present in the 5.0 gram of benzoic acid. So 5.0 gram contains 40.9 millimoles of benzoic acid. So the second, we can calculate again some same concept, that is moles and millimoles for the particular substances in liter from the given molarity or mole quantity. So here is a calculate the number of millimoles of solute in 2.0 liter of 0.05 moles of KNO4 solution. So they have given some molarity and quantity of that particular solution. So what is the calculation? 0.05 mole of KNO4 solution equivalent to the 0.05 mole of solute per liter of solution. So number of millimoles per liter is equal to number of moles divided by 10 raised to minus 3. That is the formula. So here the moles are already given. Number of moles, that is 0.05. That will be multiplied by 1000. So the answer is 50 millimole per liter. So what is the answer here? The particular 0.05 mole of KNO4 solution will contain the 50 millimoles per liter, the quantity. Now the number of millimoles of solute in 2.0 liter. So how many number of millimoles in 2 liter of that solution, that is KNO4 solution? How many millimoles of solute will be present in 2.0 liter of KNO4 solution? So here the quantity is given, that is the number of moles. Quantity is 2.2 liter into 50 millimole. So the answer is simply 1000 millimole, sorry, 100 millimole. So this is the simple calculation, because already the number of moles in liter we have calculated here. So if you have to calculate the number of millimoles in 2 liter, so the 2 liter multiplied by 50, because this quantity is for 1 liter. So for 2 liter it will be multiplied by 50. So the answer is 100 millimoles. In the next example, we can calculate the amount of substances in moles and millimoles. Similarly for the another substances. For example, calculate the number of moles and millimoles of 320 milligram that will be equivalent to the 0.32 gram of calcium oxalate, which is having formula CaC2O4. Now it is very important, if you have to calculate the number of moles and millimoles, then one should know the molar mass of that particular substance. Now sometimes it is possible that the particular examiners or in the question paper, it is might not be given about the molar mass of that particular substance. Then one should have idea that how to calculate the molar mass of particular substance. For example, if we can calculate the molar mass of substance from the summation of atomic mass of that particular substance. Here, what is the information is provided, that atomic mass of calcium is equal to 40 gram per mole, atomic mass of carbon is equal to 12 gram per mole, atomic mass of oxygen will be 60 gram per mole. So molar mass of calcium oxalate we can calculate by doing the summation of all the atomic masses in the particular chemical formula. So atomic mass of calcium plus so here calcium is only 1. So atomic mass of calcium plus 2 into atomic mass of carbon, because 2 carbon atoms are there in the formula, plus 4 into atomic mass of oxygen, because 4 oxygen atoms are there in the formula. The atomic mass of calcium is already given here 40 grams per mole, plus atomic mass of carbon 2 into 12 into 2 carbon atoms are there, plus 4 oxygens are there in the formula, so 4 into 16 gram per mole. So when you do the summation, the answer is 128.0 grams per mole. So what is the important point, that calcium oxalate has a molar mass of 128 gram per mole. So second thing, we can calculate the number of moles of calcium oxalate. How to calculate the number of moles of calcium oxalate? That is the amount of substance divided by the molar mass. So amount of substance is already provided here, 320 milligram. That is converted into the 0.32 grams. So 0.32 gram divided by the molar mass of calcium oxalate, that is a 128 gram per mole. So when we divide 0.32 gram divided by 128, so the answer is 0.0025 moles. Okay, so we have calculated the molar mass of calcium oxalate. The second thing, we have calculated the number of moles of calcium oxalate. And finally, we'll go for the number of millimoles of calcium oxalate. So that is very simple conversion. The number of millimoles of calcium oxalate equivalent to the number of moles of calcium oxalate divided by 10 raised to minus 3. So that is a quantity. We have already calculated the number of moles, that is 0.025 for calcium oxalate into 1000. So that answer will be the 2.5 millimole. So the number of millimoles of calcium oxalate are 2.5 millimole. So that is the simple calculation. Here we are able to calculate the amount of substances in moles and millimoles, as well as we are able to calculate the